Hello, wish you a warm greetings. My name is Pragatishri, and today I'm going to give a presentation on the analysis part of mutual fund. The mutual fund which I have chosen for my analysis is my Mirai Asset Emerging Blue Chip Fund Direct Plan, which this plans includes the portfolio of top blue chip companies. And before starting with the analysis part, I just want to tell that it is being told to the investors to go thoroughly with the documentation part before investing in a mutual fund because mutual funds are always subjected to market risk. And today I'm going to tell in detail about how this theory or this statements has worked out and how people can easily analyze that mutual fund in comparison to the market risk. So I am going thoroughly with the ratio part, peer comparison, and the expense ratios and trade in context to trading return part. So trailing return will provide a clear and fair view of how this mutual fund has performed from the date it has introduced till the current date. It will provide a point-to-point analysis and very fair historical analysis of the mutual fund's past performance. Trading return will include, indicates about YTD, that is year to date, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and so on. So this will provide a comparison in comparison to S&P BSE large mid cap, which is a market index, and the equity large and mid cap, which is the individual fund performance of equity, which includes both large and mid cap funds. And this fund is a mixture of these two things. So basically, YTD is the highest for the fund, that is that is from the date that this investment has started till the current date. It has generated approximately 14.28 trading percent return on point to point basis, which is much higher in comparison to market index and the individual return earned by the equity. Plus, if we can compare for the day, week, month, and yearly basis, this fund has tremendously performed really well if we compare with the market index. If we go to the peer comparison part, then these are the fund names which are the peer funds which has launched along with this fund in January 2013. And if we compare with the to the expense ratio part of this particular peer comparison, then the highest expense ratio is with the principal emerging blue chip fund direct plan, that is 0.99. Let me just tell you something, that expense ratio is that amount or that percentage which a fund manager charge for maintaining the investment portfolio of particular of its client or investor. So this was the exact expense ratio, and the principal emerging blue chip fund has the highest expense ratio. So if we go with the assets allocation part, then the Mirai Asset Emerging Blue Chip Fund Direct Plan is having a highest asset allocation part, which is much higher in comparison to other type of pair mutual funds introduced in the same year. Similarly, is the case with expense ratio. The Mirai Asset Emerging Mutual Fund is exactly having a really less expense ratio in comparison to other peer mutual funds. And if we take with the risk measures percentage part, then then there are certain words written here, like terms written here, like mean, standard deviation, sharp, so beta and alpha. So I'm just going to explain one by one what these things are exactly means. Mean is something called as average. This graph is showing the risk measures have been calculated using calendar month returns for the last 3 years. This graph is showing the returns for the last 3 years, risk measures for the last 3 years. For the last 3 years, the average return which this particular mutual fund has been generated approximately 9.26 in comparison to its risk measures. In context to its risk measure, it has generated a standard deviation of 22.25. Standard deviation is something that is uh, which shows that how much a particular portfolio is diversified in comparison to its average value, whatever it is offering in the market. Plus the Sharpe ratio. Sharpe ratio will tell that that how much this portfolio is risk adjusted. Like risk that is the how much this portfolio is earning as a return in comparison to or over or above the risk-free rate of this particular portfolio emerging in the market. So Arduino will tell that how much this Sharpe ratio or the portfolios included in the while calculating the Sharpe ratio is diversified or diversified or completely varies in context to those funds who are included in the portfolio and offering a negative return. Then beta will tell that how much this particular stocks which are involved in this mutual fund portfolios are uh, performing or are reacting in comparison to the ups and downs which are faced by the market. And alpha will show that how much excess return this portfolio is giving to the investor over and above the markets of what the market is offering. So if we see about the mean part, the standard deviation part, Sharpe ratio, sort beta and alpha ratio, then this fund particularly as a combination of equity, debt and cash equivalent is really performing great in comparison to the market index, that is S&P BSE large and mid cap, plus the, plus the equity large and mid cap individual performance fund. Now it is told by the analyst that highest the standard deviation, the greatest the performance of the mutual fund. Similar is the case with beta. Beta here is 1.02, which is standard one. Alpha is actually generating 3.18% over and above the market, what market is offering. This is the asset allocation part. Like this fund has an allocation of 3 types of assets: equity, debt, cash and cash equivalent, which includes a number of stocks, approximately 61, in which top 10 stocks are 38.93%, top 5 stocks are 25.37%, top 3 stocks are 51.33%. And if we talk about the portfolio price to book ratio and portfolio price to earning ratio, just let me tell that price to book ratio is something which tells whether the portfolio is fairly priced in comparison to its book value. That is, the portfolio should not be undervalued. It should be fairly priced as per the book value. That is, it must be up to 1 or less than, it must be up to 1 or more than 1 to be said as in fairly priced. And here it is 2.63, which means that the portfolio is fairly priced in comparison to its book value. And the portfolio PE ratio will indicate that how much the market will offer for the current earnings or yield of this particular portfolio, which is 22.16%, which is also a good number. But it's better to analyze this P to PB ratio and PE ratio in context to the overall consolidated part of this particular portfolio management. If we talk about the top holdings of this particular portfolio, then the portfolio, or you can say the mutual fund plan, includes these top holdings, that is HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Infosys, Axis Bank and all. These are blue chip companies which are included in this particular mutual fund plan. And there are certain symbols which are to be allocated as per this indication written here. So this was all about the analysis part of a particular mutual fund plan, that is Mirae Asset Emerging Blue Chip Fund Direct Plan. I cannot say that an investor must go with this particular plan, but I can say that if an investor has already invested, or wants to invest in this particular direct plan, then he or she can definitely go for that. It's not a bad choice, a good choice, but only if it has a patience to invest for more than 5 years, because any large or mid cap fund provides a tremendous return only after the 5 years. Let us go with the suitability part of this particular investment for mutual fund plan. Taxability of earnings is something like if the mutual fund units are sold after 1 year from the date of investment, gains up to rupees 1 lakh in a financial year are exempted from the tax, and gains over rupees 1 lakh are taxed at the rate of 10%. That means that if you say any units of the mutual fund has been sold, then if an investor has got 1 lakh return, after 1 year, if has got 1 lakh return, then definitely that will be exempt from tax. If it has gained over and above 1 lakh, then that excess amount will be taxable at the rate of 10%. If the mutual fund units are sold within 1 year from the date of investment, the entire amount of gain is taxed at the rate of 15%, and no tax is to be paid as long as you continue to hold these units. That is completely non-taxable part of holding this mutual fund for a long period of time. And for the dividend part, if an investor's dividend income exceeds rupees 5,000 in a financial year, the fund house also deducts a TDS of 10% before distributing a dividend. So these are the particular criteria which an investor has to focus upon before going through with this investment part in the mid-day mutual fund plan. So from my side, this particular analysis has been done, and thank you so much. Thank you.